It's been a tough 2.5 seasons for My Hero Academia. Ever since All Might and All for One fought, everyone have been saying that the series declined. And once season 5 started and people saw the joint training arc, My Hero began catching heat from everybody, including manga readers. But now, after the Endeavor arc ended on a really high note, and we are finally at My Villain Academia, it's time to ask the question of why did My Hero receive so much hate? And can My Villain Academia and the following arcs fix the series' reputation? In my opinion, most of the hate towards My Hero recently is because of the stagnating story. The fight between All for One and All Might was a climactic fight. Not only was the scale of it impressive, but it signaled an end to the first main arc of My Hero. And since that fight, the anime has been in a transition. Storylines we've been following, like All Might being a hero in decline, or why Bakugo was antagonizing Deku, were resolved with or immediately after the All Might and All for One fight. The League of Villain has been largely sidelined. Midoriya is no longer an underdog, All for One is in prison, and the world of My Hero is no longer fresh. The main storylines we've been following since the fight have been the impact of All Might's retirement, the secrets of One for All, Endeavor's atonement, and scheming from the League of Villains and their Meta Liberation plan. The problem though is the tournament licensing and festival arcs put a pause on all of those storylines to focus on characters and their hero training, which gives the feeling that the story is stagnating. This is made worse by us anime onlys, having to wait an entire year, only to get arcs that feel like filler. Manga readers, by contrast, have weekly chapters so they can be more patient and appreciative of these slower arcs. Personally, I like the school festival arc mainly because of how good the performance was, the backstory and personality of Gento, and how it wrapped up the overhaul arc with every smile. But even I agree that the following joint training arc was a slog to get through. There's just no stakes in these fights. It's the 5th tournament / training arc we've had, and there are too many characters who are irrelevant to the main story. When Horikoshi wants to focus on individual characters while also keeping tensions high, it's amazing. Eri in the overhaul arc and Bakugo during the rescue arc are 2 examples. But that's not present in the joint training arc, which makes the stagnating story problem worse. Studio Bones has also become a problem. Adding fillers to a seasonal show only to promote movies is just a slap in the face to actual fans. Flipping arcs around and delaying the most anticipated arc in My Villain Academia just to help people understand the movie is a slap in the face to manga readers who watch the adaptation. And pissing off manga readers, the fans who are most vocal and passionate, just guarantees that no one will defend the series. Honestly, I didn't even notice that the arcs were flipped. To me, it seemed like a smooth transition from the joint training arc, and I thought the League of Villains scenes were foreshadowing for the My Villain Academia arc I heard so much about. I only learned about it from the amount of manga readers complaining about the switch, and personally I understand the frustration. I'd be pissed if Gojo's past arc and the Shibuya arc were all flipped just because Studio Mappa wanted to promote a movie. Personally, I wouldn't say that My Hero has bad animation now. And when Studio Bones want to, they could deliver clean animation, despite them bumbling important moments, like Mirio's last stand against Overhaul. The issue though, is that other battle shonen have caught up. When My Hero came out, it was one of the first seasonal battle shonen, so its animation was one of a kind. But in 2021, with series like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer pushing the limits of quality animation, what was once a decisive advantage for My Hero has become a disadvantage with Studio Bones focusing more on movies. If the My Villain Academia arc is what manga readers say it is, the issue with a stagnating story and manga readers trashing the adaptation will vanish. But Studio Bones is a wild card. They could easily tank the animation, insert filler, or even skip the arc wholesale. And if Studio Bones screw up this highly anticipated arc, it would be worrying because ruining adaptations in the name of cashing out isn't uncommon, and could happen to any shounen from Jujutsu Kaisen to even Kaiju 8 if and when it gets an adaptation. Still, that's all I have to say about this topic, and I'll see you next time.